Once upon a time. In 1983, Susan Sontag tells John Berger,
I'm always struck by the fact that there's a kind of ambiguity in the very notion of storytelling. On the one hand, we think of storytelling as a truth-telling activity. Tell me the real story. We think of stories as bringing information. We think of stories as revealing secrets. But we also think of stories as, that's only a story. Or don't tell me stories, meaning don't tell me lies. And don't you think at the very center of the whole enterprise of storytelling, there is the fact that storytelling is an activity that faces in two directions?
Although this was earlier, it reached me later than Trinity Minha's grandma's story. In 1986, Trin writes, "Since fictional and factual have come to a point where they mutually exclude each other, fiction, not infrequently, means lies, and fact, truth. But why truth at all? Why this battle for truth and on behalf of truth?" I would have liked to be able to use Trin's voice as well, but we'll have to do with her writing instead. Does that make them unequal? The typing other than the speaking? Is the telling truer than the retelling? She also writes, "My story, no doubt, is me, but it is also, no doubt, older than me, younger than me, older than the humanized, unmeasurable, uncontainable, so immense that it exceeds all attempts at humanizing. But humanizing we do, and also overdo, for the vision of a story that has no end, no middle, no beginning, no start, no stop, no progression, neither backward nor forward, only a stream that flows into another stream, an open sea, is the vision of a madwoman." Once upon a time. This story too, if this is a story, has already passed through many mouths, ears, hands, eyes. Trin's story was passed to me twice, once by a teacher, once by Jeff. Both of them very much storytellers themselves. The conversation between Sontag and Berger was passed to me, perhaps also again, although I do not remember, through the mystical algorithms of social media, a whole digital universe of nothing but stories, the cables in the server room a web of storylines. And I pass on small parts of it while adding some others, through my body, my arms, my lungs, my throat. May it reach you, your ears, your mind. May it find you, perhaps again. In Berger's response to Sontag, before sharing an anecdote, he ironically says,
"I won't tell you the whole story, but a little one."
But whatever is the whole story, where does it begin and end? Is it not always part of a constant movement from the very beginning till the very end? Once upon a time. Once upon a time is now. It is 300 years ago. It is the next millennium. The story that the story tells, repeats, as it is told, when it is told, as often as it is told. Does telling it make it true? Or does being true make it told?